Hello, this is the luckiest maths teacher in the world. Thank you so much for tuning into this video on negative indices. So by the end of this, I want you to be able to simplify expressions involving negative indices. So the rule is here: if you have a negative index on the top of a fraction, move it to the bottom and change its power to positive. If it's on the bottom of a fraction, you move it to the top and change its power to positive. So why is this? Well, let's just look at something like 2 to the power of minus 1. The index laws tell us 2 to the power of minus 1 times 2 to the power of 1 is 2 to the power of 0. You keep the same base and add the powers. Minus 1 plus 1 is 0. But 2 to the power of 1 is just 2, and 2 to the power of 0 is 1. If I divide each side of this equation by 2, I get 2 to the power of negative 1 is a half. So if I wanted to find, say, 2 to the power of negative 2, well, the index laws tell me that that's just this, power to a power. So it would be a half squared, but the index laws tell us raise the top to that power, raise the bottom to that power. So 2 to the power of negative 2 is 1 over 2 squared. Similarly, 2 to the power of negative 3 would be 1 over 2 to the power of 3. So this is the rule for negative indices. Let's generalize it. A to the power of minus b equals 1 over a to the power of b. So we're going to use this to simplify some expressions involving indices. So the questions you'll commonly be asked involving negative indices, you'll be asked to simplify an expression and write the answer with only positive indices, positive powers. So for example, something like x to the power of minus 3, that's just simply 1 over x to the power of 3. If you have something like 1 over y to the power of minus 5, well, our rule up here says you move it to the top and write it with a positive power. How easy is that? Now, what if you have an expression like this? So let's say I want to write this expression here with positive powers. So what you do in that case is anything with a positive power, like the 2, goes on top, and the negative powers go to the bottom of the fraction, but you change their powers to positive. So this is a simplified version of this, and as you can see, it's written with just positive powers. Now, what if I had, say, a fraction raised to a negative power, like this? Well, we know from index laws earlier, we just raise the top number to that power, so I'm going to multiply the powers, and we do to the other one. So we just multiplied the powers here. Now, this rule up here says if I have a negative power on the bottom of a fraction, I move it to the top and write it with a positive power. But it also says if you have something on top, you move it to the bottom. So all I'm going to do is switch these two around and write them with positive powers. That's from that rule up there. So there was an easier way to do this. If I raise a fraction to a negative power, I can just flip the fraction and make it a positive power. So if I have something like x squared over y to the power of 5, and I raise that to the power of negative 1, all I need to do is flip the fraction and change the power to positive. So, of course, to the power of 1 doesn't change it, and this would be my final answer. All right, thank you so much for tuning into this video. This has been the luckiest maths teacher in the world. Have a great day.